What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at the entire new lineup of 11SIX24 paddles. I've been a big fan of 11SIX24, and their last lineup of paddles were easily some of my favorite paddles to recommend. Now 11SIX24 is revamping their entire paddle line, so I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of all the info you need to decide which of their new paddles is best for you. And before we get into it, I'll just go ahead and mention that you can use discount code SCOOTER to save $10 on any 11SIX24 paddle of your choice. So first, let's quickly take a look at the shapes available. So first up is the Pegasus, which was formerly known as the Monarch. It's a wide body shape at just under 16 inches long by just over 8 inches wide, featuring a 5.75 inch handle. Next up is the Huarache X, which is a traditional elongated shape at 16.5 inches long by 7.5 inches wide, and that features a 6-inch handle. And lastly is the Vapor, which is their newest shape, and it's a proper hybrid at 16.25 inches long by 7.75 inches wide, and that also features a 5.75 inch handle. And as you can see, the Vapor is a flared design, very similar to the Pegasus, but slightly more squared off like the Huarache X, making it a true hybrid of their two previous shapes. All three shapes are great and play exactly how you would expect throughout the lineup. The Pegasus has the biggest sweet spot, while the Huarache X has the most power and reach, and the Vapor is a perfect hybrid of the two. And one interesting note about the Vapor is the flared shape actually brings the sweet spot up the paddle face some. So it plays a little bit closer to an elongated shape while having the stability and hand speed of a hybrid. And before we get into the breakdown of the entire lineup, if you guys wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, it really does help make reviews like this possible. Alright, so first up, the jelly beans. I won't spend too much time on the jelly beans since most of you guys are probably familiar with them. I actually did a full review of the Monarch jelly bean a few months ago, as well as named it as my #1 paddle under $100. They are a Gen 1.5 construction and feature the CFC face layup, and it's now available in all three shapes, just like the all court and power models as well. The jelly bean paddles are easily some of the best control paddles on the market, and the price point is unbeatable at $90 after discount code SCOOTER. Next up, the all court. These are actually the most premium feeling paddles in the lineup. They share a lot in common with the jelly beans, but there's a few tweaks that really take them up a notch. The construction is slightly different, and the fiberglass layer is moved down a layer to be closest to the core, and that gives it more pop and power on harder swings while being very soft and controllable around the net. It also gives these paddles a ton of dwell time and shot shaping ability. They feel dense, solid, and well weighted right out of the box, and all of that wraps up into a very premium feel that I could recommend to pretty much anyone. The all courts are also the only paddles in the lineup to feature a fully molded handle, which are easily some of the nicest handles I've ever felt in pickleball. And the all courts come in at $140 after discount code. Last up is the power line. This is 11SIX24's first take on a Gen 3 paddle, and it's a really good one. It features that same CFC surface with a floating honeycomb core surrounded by a ring of closed-cell EVA foam. These have plenty of power and pop, but the owner of 11SIX24 said that he didn't want these to be the most powerful paddles on the market, but rather controllable power, and that's exactly what these are. The power line has a much stiffer and more responsive feel than the all courts and jelly beans, but that EVA foam ring definitely helps smooth things out a bit. And the power line comes in at $160 after discount code. Alright, so to wrap things up, if you want a pure control paddle or just don't want to spend more than $100 on a paddle, get something from the jelly bean line. They're truly unbeatable paddles for the price point. If you want a premium paddle with a great blend of power and control, go with the all courts. And if you want a paddle with more power and pop, all with that Gen 3 feel, go with the powers. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any of the paddles in the lineup. And I'm personally torn on which one I like best. But if you made me pick today, I'd probably have to pick the Huarache X Power. I love a long handle elongated shape, and 11SIX24 did a great job implementing Gen 3 tech without going overboard. But truly, I would be happy using any of these paddles because they're all really great paddles. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and stay tuned, I have more reviews coming soon.